Joe Johnson going one-on-one almost exclusively tonight. Every time he touches.
Back to Johnson. Posey right on him. Johnson the fake. That's a three. Bang! You need a basket. Atlanta's going crazy. Mama, there goes that man. Joe Johnson gets Posey in the air. Says the Garnett. Too late. Gotcha. Atlanta ready to seal the deal.
6. This is the ball game. Joe Johnson gets it off. Got it! With 0.7 seconds to go!
With the heroic shooting.
Alonzo G. He's got plenty of room. Joe the baseline. Hawks by 1. 18 seconds left. Clock's off. Cavalier ball. Joe Johnson runs it down.
That's another second
But the
chance
shot clock.
opportunity.
The shot clock. Joe hoisting. He hit it. He threw it in. He threw it in from the sideline.
Gets it to Joe Johnson. JJ rises up and drains the shot at the buzzer.
Here we go. It's the fourth quarter. Look at this matchup.
Here's Joe against Kobe. Steps through the lane, up and in. Tough shot. Here is Joe putting it in.
They can get healthy, especially these big guys. Robbie Brown can come back and give us some help. We're fine there.
Joe rises up over Kobe and hits him.
Johnson beats the buzzer. Johnson, nice spin move.
And he is what you would classify as a beast in the post for his position.
Joe Johnson looking for a shot. Nice move with the dribble.
Fantastic move by Joe Johnson.
Johnson for 3. And Boston takes a timeout. The Hawks have come from 10 down in the fourth to lead by 5.
Here is Johnson with 4 on the shot clock. Works his way in. So Johnson and Smith now have scored all of the last 23 for Atlanta. They're up by 6.
10 seconds on the clock. Johnson still bouncing it. Johnson, pull-up jumper again.
And the Hawks take it back up by 3.
Shot clock down to 7. Great move, Johnson around west of the chain.
One quick, hard dribble attacks the rim. With that first step, he covered so much ground.
Joe Johnson, he put a major league move on Lou all day. Broke his ankles and put it in. Back to back to back overtime games, and they play their best first half of the season on the Expo. Beautiful move by Joe Johnson. 10 seconds left in the period. Nice crossover. Joe to the hole. Put it down, and a free throw to come.
He lost his footing as well on that crossover, but a great finish by Joe Johnson, being strong enough to finish it at the rim.
To Joe. 7, 6 to shoot. Here's Joe going up and in. Great dribble drive by Joe Johnson. Joe drives it. Up and in again.
Joe
34
Johnson.
for Joe. Timeout Sacramento with 23 seconds left.
Joe Johnson with Joe Keem on it. Johnson walks him in, then drives, then scoops and scores.
His eyes got big right there. He knew he had a mismatch.
Tied at 50. Joe Johnson with the slam.
Well, yes, how's he going to score more? Just like that.
Mismatch. Joe Johnson capitalizes on the spin. Nobody home for the Lakers. No Gasol, no Bynum.
Pat Corbin's trying every defensive approach he can think of. What do you do with that? Johnson now 8 of 8. 5 to shoot. Johnson with 3. Lets it fly. Hits it.
6 to shoot. Behind the back. Good help by the Bucks. Tough one. Yes! What a shot by Joe Johnson.
Here's Joe again for the lead. Got it. Timeout Milwaukee. So the Hawks have come roaring back in overtime. Salmon's right in Joe's jersey. Now Joe Johnson driving it. Unstoppable from there. Oh boy. Up it comes to Joe. He's got to go quickly. The shot clock's at 5. Joe Johnson driving. Joe Johnson going up and hitting with 15.5.
big-time shot. That's what your superstars do.
Spread floor, Johnson will raise for the jumper.
That's the advantage when you have range.
Joe Johnson over Steven Jackson, nothing but net. Joe Johnson over Durant.
Oh, and Joe Johnson has heated up.
Parker stays attached to Joe Johnson. A couple of bumps. Johnson wants to take the shot. He was determined and he knocked it down. That's an all-star there. Joe Johnson has 33.
Joe on the sideline. Creates some space on Dirk. What a move! Joe Johnson connects.
Johnson with the little quick drawback dribble.
Johnson working against Landry Fields, 5 on the shot clock. Tough step back and he knocks it down, continuing his red-hot trend from a couple of nights ago when he had 30. Joe Johnson with a hesitation around Wallace. Got a hand in his face. Pretty good defense there. Tough defense, better offense.
Now we're down to 5 seconds. Joe Johnson bothered on the perimeter, turns and triples with 1.9 to play. Unreal.
Hard to get a hand up and bother him. And that was one clutch make by that all-star. He has had a great second half.
9, 8 to shoot. Joe with a little daylight for 3 and a tie. It's good.
Ooh, man.
A cold-blooded 3 by Joe Johnson.
Oh, that was a nice rhythm 3. Just backed up. Salmon's kind of backpedaling. Joe Johnson knocks it down.
Johnson from way downtown knocks it in. That one about a 30-footer.
This is a heat check. You talk about knocking down the one prior to that. Long distance, the next best thing. Joe Johnson knocks down the dagger 3. That's range.
And that could have been a 4-point play. Because
Thomas defending Joe Johnson.
Look at it. He's just a wonderful player. I heard somebody today on a talk show say he was just a jump shooter. Are you serious?
Oh, he's a scorer.
Joe Johnson, 6'7", 240, 2-guard with range.
Yeah, and a proven scorer. I mean, you give him that kind of space. This guy is terrific.
shot clock at 4. Joe goes to work on Granger.
Oh, yeah, he lost him on that one.
And hits it.
He lost him on that one. The little tricky dribble by Joe. Oh, no, I'm stepping back. Here I go. You're too late. Nice little three-pointer. Buckets.
5 on the shot clock, 45 seconds to go in the quarter, and Joe Johnson hitting a 2. Stops the bleeding for the moment.
Here's Johnson, 5 on the shot clock, and firing over Poe and hitting. So Joe Johnson, who was with the Celtics very briefly, played 48 games in a year and a half, gets his first points of the game.
Here comes Johnson going left hand inside. What a shot by Joe Johnson.
And that's what I mean. You cannot leave him out there one-on-one like that. He's too good. You have to get the ball out of his hands.
Joe Johnson against Jonas Jerebko. Johnson to the lane, hooks it up, hits it. This guy can score in bunches.
Joe against Villanova. Goes up.
Hawks have seized control of this game. Villanueva again trying to get out of the way. Great defense. Joe Johnson, you knew he wasn't going to be quiet the whole quarter.
All 7 games have been lopsided. Still 8:55 remaining, but you don't get the feeling Miami you got a shot to get back in as Joe Johnson does it again.
Hawks will be looking for a 3-point shot or a 3-point play. Johnson to step back 3.
Wow. I mean, that's clutch.
Are you serious?